I mean, my first memories is playing Missile Command, and but I mean, like before I had like cognitive memories. Mom said I was in a hospital. I had heart surgery. I was in DeBoer Hospital, and I was just sitting there in the waiting room. My mom said I had some sort of like IV thing, needle thing, or something like in my neck. I don't know what they were doing or prepping me for. I know it's for, but to do for surgery. But I don't know what step or process they're doing. She said there was a thing in my neck, and she said, "Look, honey, Hulk Hogan's on TV." And she said, I turned my head and looked so fast that the thing ripped out of my neck, and blood was just squirting out of my neck, and I was just staring at the television. It was our fire. You know what I mean? And it was like, that's the generation we're from. You know what I mean? Just like everyone had a TV. Like I was fortunate to have a TV. We were kind of a poor family, but Papa had to have a fucking TV, and he had to be able to watch baseball and had to be able to watch wrestling. And man, that's just what it was, man. And I was, that's why I don't sound like I'm from. You'll hear accents and stuff that I don't really like hear, understand, and whatnot. But I don't have an accent like my ex. I don't have an accent like some other people from Sussex County that didn't have a television when they grew up, or didn't get to watch as much television, or actually went outside and played and whatnot. As I'm from the most southern point in Delaware, and everyone as I was growing up as a teenager and whatnot would think I was from the city, because I articulated and I was taught the difference between roof, and I was watching. You can't say that on television, and I was watching just all kinds of stuff all the time. Pee Wee. Oh, so much Paul Rubens stuff when I was a kid. I watched Pee Wee's Big Adventure so many times. Being out here in Texas is really cool. It's like so many things were like full circle.